Hello, I'm Dr. Wagner with Spinal Vitality Chiropractic, and I want to introduce you today to the first exercise in the 12 stages of healing. And what we're going to start doing is a little discovery process first, and then it will lead us right into the first exercise. In the 12 stages of healing, it's really about using your touch, your breath, and your awareness to better connect to your body and just really your experience of your body and your internal healing rhythms. So in this first exercise, what we're going to be doing is always breathing in the nose and out the mouth. We're going to be placing our hands one over the other so that the palm of the hand kind of becomes the target zone. And when I place the palm of the hand on my body, that's the target where I want the breath to go. So there's 3 areas that we'll be breathing into. We'll be into the chest, just right below the clavicles, which are the bones, little bony prominences there. So the hands will go there. The hands will go at the solar plexus, and that's where your ribs come up together. So you're just going to place the hands there. And then the third place will be over the navel, just down in the belly. And as we breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, we want to have that breath go specifically just to that area. So that I want you to be aware, can you breathe into and connect with this area, this part of your body? Or is it really, really difficult? Is there a sense of ease and peace as you're just touching and breathing into this area? Is the breath large or small? Okay, because we really want just that area engaged. And if I do something huge using my whole entire body, it's kind of like cheating. It doesn't really count. We don't get the effects of it. Okay, so you can leave your eyes open or eyes closed. And I recommend when you do this, you're actually laying down. Okay, it could be laying down on a bed, a couch, some kind of massage table. It's easier starting off laying down to help isolate each one of these areas. I'm going to do it seated just because it's a little bit easier for me to talk with you and do the teaching. Okay, so we just place our hands up here and we breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. And I'm noticing the range of motion as I breathe in with the hands moving up and then out with the hands moving down. And I'll do this 3 or 4 breaths and then move down, do the same thing at the solar plexus for 3 or 4 breaths. And after, go down to the navel and the same thing, 3 or 4 breaths, noticing the breath localized there, the range of movement, the ease and peace you feel. Now once you've done these 3 areas, I'd like you to determine which one of these 3 was your area of peace. When you had your hands placed there and you were breathing there, where did you feel the most at peace, at ease? You just felt good and connected. And then we're going to stay in that area. And the first time I'm going to ask you to focus on your breath. Okay, so I'm just going to say, for example, it was the belly for me. I want you to just focus on your breath. So what is like there's a balloon down here in your belly. As you breathe in, you focus on that air coming in, fill up the balloon. And as you breathe out, the air going out. So you're focusing on the air in, the air out into this specific area where you have your hands. And you're going to do that for 3 or 4 breaths. And I want you just to be aware of a sense of ease or peace focusing on your breath gives you. Is it easier for you to connect with this part of your body when you focus on the breath and you send the breath there? Or maybe not at all. Maybe you can't focus whatsoever. You just want to be aware of that. Then you're just going to lift your hands off, place your hands back on, and this next time, what you're going to do is focus on the movement. So it's going to be all that muscular movement in the tummy pushing out, and then that muscular movement coming back in. If we're up here in the solar plexus, it's the ribs moving out, spreading apart, and coming back. If we're up here in the chest, it's those pectoral muscles lifting the chest and then falling back down in. So you're going to breathe 3 or 4 breaths again, in the nose, out the mouth. But you're going to focus on the movement which is taking place in that area. And I want you to be aware, just as I asked with the breath, you're aware. Does it create a sense of peace and ease? Does it make it easier to focus on this area? Or not? Just be aware of that. Last time, you're going to focus on your energy. Your energy is just that life force in your body, okay? You're kind of down and out. Your favorite song comes on the radio. You put on that favorite song. Boom, just pumps you right back up. You know, you go out for a long walk in the woods. It's exhausting, but when you finish, you are so filled with energy. Maybe it's dancing. Maybe it's playing music. Maybe it's something else. Okay? But that something that afterwards you just feel like you just have so much energy, that's what I want you to focus on, and that's what I want you to work on. Okay? So it's the hands in that area, breath in the nose, out the mouth. But that sensation of that energy you feel, you're going to send and visualize sending to that area. So breathe in, but I'm focusing on sending that energy into that area, and as I breathe out, that energy that just dissipates, goes back out into my body. You're going to do that 3 or 4 breaths, and I want you to be aware, is focusing on sending the energy and then the energy dissipating, does that make it easier? Is it easier to connect with this area? Does it give you a sense of peace and ease? And after you've finished with these 3, I want you to determine which was the most effective for you to really focus your attention, focus your presence, your awareness with a sense of ease in that area where you had your hands. Was it when you focused on the breath, focusing on the movement, or focusing on the energy? And so now as we go back and we do the stage 1 exercise, you're going to breathe in the nose, out the mouth, focusing on what made it easiest for you. So for example, I'm going to say energy is the easiest for me. For me, that's actually the easiest. So as I place my hands here and I'm breathing into the chest, I'm focusing on sending the energy into the chest. And as I breathe out, the energy dissipates. And so I'll do this 3 breaths, 3 breaths, 3 breaths. And then I'll come back and I'll repeat. 3, 3, and 3. Always focusing on the energy coming in and out. If breath was easiest for you, you focus on breath. If movement was easiest for you, you focus on movement. This is just doing the stage 1 exercise. Stage 1 is about suffering. Suffering is a part of life. We can try and avoid it, but it tends to only make it worse. If we can just have a moment of being present with it, it will dissipate, leaving the space for something else to come and take its place. So this is a great way of just connecting in with our body, with maybe any bit of suffering we might be holding on to, which is actually going to hold back our own healing process, so that we can just come to peace and move on to something else. So practice this. It's really something that takes practice to become proficient, like anything else. You're going to play a musical instrument, you're going to play a sport, anything you're going to do. The more you practice, the more obvious it becomes, the more your skills get refined. This is exactly the same way. If you have any questions, you can always feel free to give me a call at the office. If you would like to experience this in person with somebody else working with you, give me a call at the office and we can take care of that as well. Thank you.